The problem with Survivor 48. This is what we shall be talking about in this video. But before that, I just want to thank everyone that watches these stupid videos about Survivor. And to anyone new to the channel, hit that subscribe button to join the Bruce Army. Anyway, the problem with Survivor 48, in my opinion, this season has three major problems, and we will be going over each one: the boot order, production, and gameplay. Let's start off with the boot order. Almost every pre-merge boot was super swag, and it was very sad seeing them go out so fast. So let's go over those players, shall we? Stephanie Berger, yeah, not gonna lie, her going out first is probably the best case scenario for this season. The only thing she has going for her is her goofy last name, and that's literally it. Kevin Leong. Now, Kevin is someone who actually was a pretty goofy character in the show. He even got his tribe supplies in the premiere, but unfortunately got absolutely clapped by Cedric and Justin for seemingly absolutely no reason other than the fact they wanted to make a big move in episode 2. Justin, I feel like if they ever do a Second Chances 2, that Justin would be an amazing pick for that season. He is a pretty goofy guy, but is also a smart player who got absolutely screwed over by a stupid twist, which I will get into more once we get to the production section of this video. Also, Justin owns a pizza restaurant. If bro doesn't return, that would be not very cowabunga, dude. Thomas, aka the less racist version of Colton. It honestly sucks that Thomas went out so early, considering how much of an absolute supervillain bro was. He would definitely be making some super villain schemes on the island if he made it to merge. But honestly, it was kind of his fault. He really should have played that still a vote. I don't know why he didn't. Bianca Roses. I'm actually going to give Bianca her roses. see what I did? Bianca is a player who got purpled, perhaps maybe because she was on the purple tribe. And then just like Justin Pepperoni got absolutely screwed over by a stupid twist, which I will get into more when we get to that section of the video. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I don't really know why Bianca didn't get that much content, because she seems like a really big personality on the show, especially after watching the preseason interviews like Survive. What are you doing? Charity Nelms. I have absolutely no idea what to think of Charity Nelms, because she's safe for the entire post-merge and then goes out the first episode she can go out and gets absolutely dogged on every episode she is in. I do find it a little strange, though, how, like, Charity had a whole, like, confession where she's like, oh, we can make David do whatever we want. Oh, David's so easy to fool. And they play that off as, like, Charity was in the wrong, but Mary had complete control over David, so she was absolutely correct. And the last pre-merge player is Say. And for me, Say as a player is very, very confusing. Because in my opinion, she was very, very annoying and got so much screen time, but she was very fun to root against and a great villain on the show. I just personally cannot stand. But I do think the show would be a lot more interesting if she was still in it. And now let's go over the players that were voted out but still on the jury. The first player on the jury is Cedric, one of the worst players I've seen make it this far, but in the best way possible. Cedric managed to vote for his entire tribe in 3 episodes. I wouldn't be surprised if Cedric voted for someone that's not even in the final 3 to win the game. Chrissy was done so absolutely dirty in the edit. We literally only ever hear about Chrissy's strategy until after the merge. And she is quite literally the only person worried about Joe steamrolling the entire season. Chrissy had like no content at all, but still has giant fans because of how based she was. David. The CBS channel themselves uploaded a full montage of David talking about chocolate milk. I think that sums up this man's entire freaking presence on the show. This man stood up for a max of 20 seconds at Tribal Council last episode, and everyone is saying he carried the episode. Star. I don't even know what happened to Star's edit. Star was such a funny and entertaining player. And I guess like the producers were like huffing stupid juice or something because like what the heck is wrong with them? They're like, Star's the most entertaining and funny person on their tribe. Let's give them no content. And let's be honest, this could quite literally be a race problem because Star is exactly like Carolyn Wigger from 44 but just black. So like, why doesn't she have any confessionals? And the most recent person voted out is Mary, which, yeah, I mean, she's just kind of mid. I mean, the only thing she has going for her is her shot in the dark, and then she immediately becomes invisible in the edit after using it. But I feel like most of these players would be way more entertaining to see in the final six we currently have. Mitch is just playing like one of the worst games I've ever witnessed with my eyeballs. Every single confessional Joe has is about his alliance. Eve is just kind of a rude person, not gonna lie. All Camilla and Kyle talk about is their stupid secret alliance, but then continue to do nothing with the alliance they have. And then Xion is the most delusional player I've seen in my entire existence, thinking he has a shot to beat Joe at the end, like bro, no you don't. And now we will move on to the second problem of this season, the production slash twists. I think this season has by far the absolute worst journeys we've seen in Survivor history. And it's not like it's a, oh, I don't want to do it. You have to do them. It's so stupid. I mean, I guess the first one where you have to put the numbers in order is kind of a goofy and wacky journey. And it would have been okay if you were able to not do it. Like, you shouldn't have to do a journey if you don't want to. But the absolute worst journey I've ever seen is the stupid dice roll journey. You literally are forced to give up your vote for a dice roll, a literal, not even skill-based thing, just a roll of the dice chance you're going to lose your vote. Why, Survivor, why? They're out here making these Survivor players freaking play Dungeons and Dragons hoping they roll a natural 20. Also, Eva just getting an advantage in her food bowl feels very, very strange to me. And I'm not saying it was rigged for Eva to have it, but even if it was just, oh, whoever won immunity got it in their food bowl, that is so stupid. Why give a person that just got safe from this tribal more power? Like, that makes no sense. If they wanted to hide an advantage after the challenge, hide it where the losers will be so one of them can get power and upthrow the freaking people in power, brother. Or here's an even better idea. Just don't freaking pit an advantage in the game after a challenge. Also, I don't know what kind of foot fetish challenge designer made the knowledge is power advantage journey, but you need to be fired immediately, bro. And I know I'm being pretty negative in this video, but I will say I did really like the way they had the idols designed this season, where you had to like figure out the code and like go around and look at all the stuff. I will give props when props are due. That was pretty tough, not gonna lie. Also, am I the only one that does not understand like literally at all why if you're in a tie vote, if one person in the tie vote has a vote and the other person doesn't, and the person with the already had their vote gets to vote again? That makes literally absolutely no sense to me. I feel like if you're in a tie vote and one person has a vote and the other doesn't, I think the person that didn't have the vote should be allowed to vote. Think about it like this, right? If both of the people that were in the tie were able to vote, they wouldn't get to vote on the revote. So why would the person that has a vote get to revote and the person that didn't not? I feel like it should be flipped around. No? Wouldn't that make more sense? And the last problem with this season is the gameplay. There is like a singular good vote in this season, and that's the Thomas blindside and maybe the David vote. Those are the only two good gameplay moves this entire season. It's honestly astounding. I don't think anyone in this final six understands what the concept of Survivor is. That's how baffling these gameplay decisions have been. Well, guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you guys agree and think there's a big major problem with Survivor 48, make sure to smack that like button and subscribe, and comment down below what you guys personally think the problem is, or what you don't think the problem is, and I'm a big stupid moron. And yeah, peace out.
Bruce will be very sad, and Venus the Stinkest will be mega glad. And make sure to comment about how much Survivor sucks, and about how Liz loves Applebee's even though it's butt. And hit the notification bell, because if you don't, like you says, it will be a big mistake. And David the Doofus will throw milk in your face, and then Stinky Sue will take a poo all over your shoes. Oh, oh, oh.
Hey everybody, this is Bruce here for season 45 Survivor. Now, I, Bruce, the greatest Survivor player to ever exist, demand that all of you subscribe to Meme View, that's M-E-M-E, View, and hit the like button, or, if you don't, you end up like me on season 44, alright? You don't want that, do you? Peace!